What the fuck?
I don't know.
Seriously.
You need a spoon.
If you need a spoon...
I came out of the bathroom one night and I was just like, fuck, I could use a spoon.
Tell me you're recording this, please, for the love of
I
God.
am.
Oh, fuck yes! If you need a spoon to scoop your poop out of your butt, you have bigger problems than anything else in this world.
Oh, no.
You have to start over.
No.
There's no do-overs in this.
That's not how this
No,
works.
that's not how this... If you've ever listened to this, you'd understand that there are no do-overs. There are no mulligans here, okay?
Oh, my God.
Onward.
What has happened to my life?
You found me.
Hello and welcome to a Topic a Month podcast where we cover one topic a month split into weekly segments. This month's is Generations, and no, not the TV series from the late 80s, but that's all I wrote down for the rest of the introduction because you people kept talking about spoons in your butt. With us tonight, and I don't have a very good introduction for this, so we're just going to do it in a roll call. To my left is my lovely, disgusting wife, Kendra.
That's me.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Straight in front of me is our hostess with the mostest,
Yes.
Ellen.
Thank you.
And to my right
Sorry, it's work.
is our reoccurring guest, Brianna.
Yay!
Hi. I don't know why I'm waving.
Everybody's here.
Why are you waving?
This is an
I just feel like waving right
We
now.
all
telling
know
you. We
you.
should get a fucking video camera,
this is
man.
an audio format.
Put one like right there on the wall and just have it like pointed
Do a
down at us.
GoPro? I suppose we
Yeah.
could. It wouldn't be too bad.
And then upload a video every once in a while.
I
Just,
don't
just
even-
remember to turn it off when you're doing your naughty things, okay?
No.
Well,
Make
if you're
extra
by-
money on that and put it on
That's-
Pornhub. and
Yeah,
you're
put it
done.
on Pornhub and be like crazy podcast people have sex on podcast table.
Just me rubbing it
It's
out.
just you rubbing one off on the edge of the table, you know? Just with your hand over it. Just
pushing the cat out of the way. Fuck out of here.
I have no idea why I came
Well.
tonight.
Bree, I hate to break this to you, but you only see me at work. You've
I
never
know.
seen me outside of work.
I'm very scared right now.
You should be. I am a horrible human being, and I am freely admitting that.
Yes, he is. So, like I said, we're doing Generations for this month of February.
What the fuck does that mean?
That's what I asked
All you
earlier.
motherfuckers that voted for Generation.
Yes,
Who did? So we put it on the Facebook
And that Aiden motherfucker
page.
who actually chose the option.
I'm doing what the people
Why you
want.
even? Yeah, but you put it on the option to begin with.
Who are these people?
I don't know. Okay, so I did Generations, right?
Yes.
So everybody was like, oh yeah, let's do Generations. Like, okay, I guess we'll do Generations. And I don't know why you people want us to talk about Generations.
Like 6 other choices, people.
There's literally 2 different generations in this room. There's Gen X, which that's you.
Thank you.
And then there's the 3 millennials, which that's us.
By the way, is you fuckers.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
The worst part is Bree isn't listening, and she was going to bitch about the millennials.
can still do that.
Yes, but you are one.
Yes, very much so. But I have a better mentality than most of the ones that I deal with.
Fair enough.
So
Oh, this is gonna be
how
hard.
old are the ones that you're dealing with? Are they
Like, I would
20
say...
and younger?
It's loud.
Between 20 to 25.
20 to 25?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. If we move the mic away from your mouth, it won't be so loud.
I don't know why.
Well, I
have
turned
a
down the
loud
volume
mouth.
on the mics right now because I think
Well,
it got bumped by the
I'm
cats.
thinking
so
if you
turning it
the
down a little
cats,
bit.
we'll blame it
There
on
we
the
go.
cats.
That's
that a
much
little
better.
better?
Yes.
Much better.
There we go.
I'll still talk back here.
You know you got to be right up on it.
Well, apparently I'm
There you go.
phony.
Perfect.
You've done this like 4 times.
I know, but you just said I was too loud, so
I
now I
turned
need
down
to...
the microphone.
Okay.
So, okay.
Wait, did you turn down the microphone? Or did you turn down?
Or the headphones.
The headphone.
Sorry,
There you
yeah,
go.
Turn down the headphones.
Like, don't turn down the
Turn
fucking
it down.
microphones, man. Last time you did that, we lost half the conversation.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Well, yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Yes. So
Anyway, so we're gonna put we're gonna try a little bit of a new bit out. We're gonna
Yes.
put one on pause. We're putting inconsequential ramblings with Alan on pause just for the time being,
Yes,
but it
yes.
will start back up again. So we're gonna try a new bit that Why don't you introduce it?
I will introduce this. As a matter of fact, I came up with this all by myself at 3 o'clock in the morning after a good hit of an 8-ball. I thought, what the fuck? Thank you for the intro. Yes, thank you. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Please, somebody, whoever's listening, help me.
It's going to be a week too late.
That's okay. That's all right. I'm okay with that. So anyway, I'm thinking to myself, what can we do to, add a little bit to this and change up a little bit like that? I'm not saying that I want to stop doing inconsequential ramblings. I'm just severely lazy this week, and I did not come up with one. So
For shame.
yeah, for shame.
Sorry,
I know,
we're
right?
doing this the day before it's coming
Day
out.
before it's coming out. Yeah, by the way. So I sat down and thought to myself, you know what? How about we do a thing called bad jokes from a bedpan? Because, where else are bad jokes going to come from? That's right, the shit box. All right, so I decided to go through about 1,000 different bad jokes and place them in a bedpan. We're just going to call this a bedpan here. You can't see it, but I'm shaking it at you right now.
It's a plastic
It's a
bedpan.
plastic garbage can that substitutes as everything else.
Strangely shaped like a garbage
Strangely
can.
shaped like a garbage can,
So weird.
motherfuckers. So what it is, I wrote them down and I folded them in half, so it's not like you're reading it off a piece of paper. You literally just reach in, grab it, and say the joke, no matter how stupid or dumb it looks or sounds. So this is called bad jokes from a bedpan, quote unquote. All right, here we go. I swear to God, if it's the same fucking one, I keep pulling out every goddamn night. It probably will be too.
Are we going to be able to read these?
My handwriting is atrocious.
I was able to read one.
But it's not bad.
Okay.
My handwriting is horribly atrocious. Here we are. What is the difference between bird flu and swine flu? Anybody?
No.
If you have bird flu, you need a tweetment. If you have swine flu, you get an ointment.
What microphone are you?
Fuck
3?
you.
Are you number 3?
No, I am always number 1.
So we're rating these by
So,
how much silence there is after
See,
we
this
read it.
is. I keep telling you fuckers, this is where the soundboard would come in. Chirp, chirp, chirp.
It's true.
See what
That's
I mean?
fair.
We
Okay.
also need the
We'll work on
the
that.
joke
We'll work
at
on
the end
that.
of the joke. You need one of
We
them.
do need the rim shot.
Well,
on there.
technically, it's not a rim shot. A rim shot is okay.
You're thinking a rim job.
No,
we need rim shot.
I was just thinking about rim jobs, but I'm not really into that shit. You see what I mean? Right? See, I'm a horrible person, by the way. I'm sorry, Bree. So anyway, I'm gonna pass the bedpan along, and one
You
of you.
ever have your asshole eaten out by a fat man in an overcoat?
The fuck?
There's gonna be people that are as old as us. They're like,
You're
"Yeah,
like,
I know that.
I know that
I get
joke.
that reference."
I hate that fucking reference. The fuck is wrong with you people?
Clerks?
These two over here have no idea
Clerks.
what's going on.
I've seen it like once.
The first one, black and white.
No,
Okay, so Bree, would you like me to pick you one, or shall you reach in and grab your
I'll
own?
pick one.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna shake it up. Here comes another one, folks.
Read it out loud.
Yeah, you have to read this one out loud.
Oh, really?
unfortunately. Yes.
Okay. What's the difference?
Audio format is gonna act it out.
She's gonna fucking interpretive dance over here.
Okay. What's the difference between a lion and a giraffe?
Swear to Christ.
A giraffe has a bigger neck.
Dumb.
So fucking stupid.
It's true.
It's
Give
true,
me one
but
of these motherfuckers.
all right, here you go. Reach
So dumb.
I know, right?
I like this.
An
This is a
Irishman
good
walked
bit.
past a bar. Exclamation point.
That's the best joke in the world. An Irishman walked past a bar.
That's the joke. Boo! No, it's good. It's funny. An Irishman walks past the bar.
Biggest fucking joke in the world, man. I know. You see what I mean? Like I said, bad jokes from a bedpan. This is the stupidest shit I could come up with.
I
and
like this.
I started doing this about noon today, so like I said, I got a bunch of them. Here you go, Aiden. It's your turn today.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna take this one.
And if you can't read it, it's because my handwriting is atrocious.
Read it out loud.
No,
you
have
can't
to.
read it
no,
to
you
yourself.
can't read it to yourself. No, you cannot read it to yourself. It has to be just as
Motherfucker's cheating.
explanation. I know, right? That's
Wow.
cheating.
I've deleted the phone numbers off of all the Germans I know from my mobile phone.
Phone.
Now it's Hans free. Shame on you.
I,
Shame on you.
you see, why aren't you fuckers laughing? This is hilarious shit.
What's wrong with you
Come
people?
on. Okay, just to let everybody
have no
know,
sense of humor.
they're just kind of staring at us like fucking dogs through a window. Just eyeballing.
I'm trying to
us.
figure out how I know either of you right now, and like why
Well,
do I know you?
association.
You know her.
Yeah, I'm
that's,
kind of
and
wondering.
that's how you came up with that one. And then we work together.
And then he just tags
and I
along.
just kind of tag along, you know. I think we'll make one more pass, and then we'll call that.
Yeah.
We'll call that good.
Oh, we're not going through all 60.
Oh no, we're not going to do them all in one shot. No, I mean we can.
no.
If you really want to, we can.
I'm just gonna randomly grab some
Oh,
throughout
good
this.
lord!
Just
You know,
blurt 'em out.
I fucking love that. Yeah, we can do that too. I fucking love this joke, and I don't care if anybody laughs at it or not. A Mexican magician tells the audience he will disappear on the count of 3. He says uno, dos, then poof, he disappears without a trace. I don't care. It is the funniest fucking joke ever.
That is well done. Well done indeed.
Yes, I know.
Well done.
She's over there like, what the fuck? You know,
Why do I have to be here? Because you're locked in.
we're going the
was
opposite.
next.
I don't care. We're going the opposite direction.
Wah, wah.
I'm the one to control the bedpan here, honey. You got to get used to that. No.
Don't.
I was trying to read your handwriting.
It's
Speak into
horrible.
the microphone.
Why did the girl smear peanut butter on the road?
Okay.
To go
okay.
with the traffic jam. So fucking stupid.
Oh my god.
We've even have people in their cars right now laughing or turning us off or driving right off the fucking
Right off the fucking world. Right off the world with the rest of those flat earth fuckers. You know, if the world is flat, drive in your car, see how far you get. If you come back to where you started, guess what? Hate to fucking break it to you, fuckers. You should be scared. You should be so scared right now because I got
really
one.
am.
I got one parting right there, and I know you're gonna get it. It doesn't matter. You're still gonna get it. I've read all these. Some of these are just like one-liners too. Like,
Perfect. It's perfect.
Read it.
read it out
What?
loud.
What do you call a nun in a wheelchair? Virgin Mobile. That is a horrible joke.
Yeah, you're telling me. I really hope that Aiden gets the one that I want him to get. You all right over there, dude? And,
Why did I, of all people, have to pick that one?
and Aiden's gone. You know what's really funny is once he said that you were coming, I'm like, oh, I hope she gets this one. I wrote it out. Okay, Aiden.
All right, what do we
Let's
got?
hope you get.
What do we
You know,
got?
yeah, actually, I wonder if I can find it. I'll just give it to you. No, we can't. We can't break with tradition. Go ahead and grab one out of there. I really hope that there's one in there for Aiden. And
Hey, what are you doing?
don't read it. Read it out loud. There you are. Out loud.
Jokes about menstruation just aren't funny. Period.
And that, everyone who is still listening to this, you okay over there, dude?
Oh, I love
Oh,
bad
I
jokes.
know, right? This is
I
just
love bad
All right,
jokes.
that, my friends. Anybody who's
You
actually
married him.
still, I know, right? You know, and you're friends with him. So, wah, wah. There's a joke for
See,
you.
I didn't choose any of this. This kind of just happened.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
everybody in
there's-
this room
I was gonna
otherwise
say,
chose
there's
it.
one
Shame
about-
on you for hanging out.
Yes, I know, right? Shame on all of us. And that, people who are still listening to this podcast after that round, has been Bad Jokes from a Bedpan. Thank you.
That's a good bit.
No, I
like
know, right?
that
There's
bit.
one in there that I really hope that you get because you will enjoy it more than anybody else.
All right.
Let's see if I can find it.
So on to our topic of the month.
Yes.
Fuck, I don't. How do we even start this? I'm
Well,
honestly not sure.
I would think that we would start with like the quote unquote first generation in a matter of speaking, like baby boomers. That's where they first started like labeling stuff. As far as I can understand, you never heard the term baby boomer?
I heard of baby boomers, but I
okay.
I
always
think
forget.
it was long before that, though.
I don't remember anybody ever talking about any kind of serious generation blowout from there. But please do some looking. We'll start with baby boomers. We'll come back around if we need to. Baby boomers was the quote unquote generation that happened right after World War II, where everybody got back and started starting families and building the population. Something like 77 million babies were born in a 20-year time span because of this. Shit. I know, right? They make up 40% of the. Shit, my smokes from my. I got notes, and they're in my jacket, which is downstairs. Fuck it.
You can go and get them, but you're gonna get attacked by dogs.
I'm not going downstairs and coming back upstairs. Come on, I go upstairs once, downstairs once, and if I have to pee, I'll pee in the garbage. Anyway,
bathroom right over the. Oh.
Anyway, the baby boomers started right after World War II. So from 1946 to 1964 is when they're apparently cutting it off. That would be the baby boomer generation, because then anybody born up to from 46, I think is what it is, 42 or 46, whatever the fuck it is.
46 to 64.
46 to 64. Anybody after 46 in 18 years, they would be old enough, quote unquote, to have children, which would bring the next generation up, which would be Gen X.
Which is you guys.
Which is
us.
Me.
Right on the cusp.
Yeah, because
of
it's 65 to 84.
The first one was the traditionalist or the silent generation.
Yes, the silent generation, the traditionalist, correct.
Which was born in 1945 and before.
Yep, correct. Yes, there we go. I have heard that term. I do apologize for that. It's because we're so far off from the generational gaps that nobody talks about it anymore. Wait. They're the silent generation. Do we hear that?
Are you number 3? Is that what microphone you're on? Is 3?
I have no fucking idea.
I don't know.
You should really label these.
No.
Why? Because then he can just click them off
Because then he just
command.
leans forward and turns them off, fuckers. But yeah, it's all about that kind of crap. And what I always think about is that generation when they were coming out of the Depression era. I think about it they have to have been doing something different. Nowadays, you get the quote unquote baby boomers who are retiring. Would be 2012. Technically, they'd be the first generation of baby boomers would be able to retire at quote unquote 65.
Right.
So in that would be 2012 is when they would be doing it. Now you notice people who okay, your parents. Sorry.
Baby boomers and Gen X.
And Gen X's, exactly. So, my parents are
baby boomers. I would have.
My dad is a baby boomer. Yes, actually.
Your mom is too?
No, mom is 8 years younger. So she's actually a Gen X, which is really fucking weird.
Yeah.
How do we fall in the same category? Figure that shit out.
I kind of noticed that Gen X is rather large.
It is.
It's 20 years.
It goes from 65 to 84 or something like that. Yeah. Which I can't believe you weren't born yet.
It was 1 year later. So I'm on the cusp of millennial.
I'm that much older than you?
Not that much older than you.
That's enough to remember.
4 years.
Okay.
Gen X.
Gen X
was 65 to 76.
Okay.
Millennials is 77 to
No.
95. No.
That's where the discrepancy comes in.
Okay.
Millennials are way the fuck off. No, Gen X is my generation, which is really weird because we're all the same age, basically.
Yeah.
Kind of.
A millennial wouldn't be...
A millennial would be anybody from 2018 back 18 years. So, 2000, the millennials. The millennium.
Well, that's Gen...
that's Gen Z, isn't
Gen
it?
Z
that's Gen
Z.
Z or iGen.
Yeah, it's from 97 to 20 to now.
Yes, something like that. Something stupid like... There's always a number. And this is where we become severely unprepared for all this crap.
Well, I did a little bit of research to it, but I didn't do very much. The only thing that I can figure out with generations, depending on how we're actually looking at it, is the generations are just the label that's put on people. It's the political, the sociological, and the economical standpoint that each generation tends to have, which is different from the previous generation. I mean, there is... I don't really think there's too much between millennials and Gen X, but I know there's
music.
Well, yeah, I mean, in January, there's a huge difference in music.
Huge difference.
Somewhat in politics and religion, but not too much.
Yeah, I would think,
economics, it's pretty
Economics,
much
it's still doing the
as well.
same thing. It's like somebody who was born again to boost up the economic, buying shit all the fucking time.
Right.
You
Go
know.
you go generation past that into baby boomers to millennials, and it's massive. You go from Gen
exactly.
X to Gen Z, and it's going to be a massive
It's a
difference.
massive difference, exactly right, and it's all that fun stuff. I mean, you always know when you get like I want to say like a '50s mother, or like somebody who grew up in the '50s and '60s and that kind of range. Whenever you go into somebody's house who's got what I classify as a '50s mother, who's now usually a grandmother because 40 years later, what's the first thing anybody when you walk into somebody else's house? And you have like a what I call a 50s
Steal
grandmother.
something.
No,
The smell.
well, the smell too. Yeah,
Are you hungry? Do you need food?
there it is, right
Yeah.
there.
I'm sorry, that's just grammar right there. You walk in.
Grandma.
Are you hungry? Do you need something
Did
to
your grandma do
drink?
it?
Do you
No,
need
that is
something to
true.
eat?
It's like, no, Grandma, we just ate. Okay, I'll just make some cheese and crackers. No, it's quite all right, Grandma. How about some salami? Fuck, all right, I'll have some. I'm going to regret this. But that's exactly what they do. That you walk in the door and they instantly try to feed you. And I'm still 100%. I'm not 100% sure on why they do that, but I think it was because it was customary back then. Like you walk into somebody's house, you're a guest, they're going to feed you. And my grandma to this day still does it. You walk
Yeah.
in, she has, I swear to God, she presets this shit up ready to go. She slices up cheese, salami, and crackers. And you walk in the door and she's ready with a plate full of stuff for you. And it's like, Grandma, I'm okay, thank you.
That's weird to be set like that, though.
Yeah. I know, right? But I have caught her.
It's nice.
I have caught her cutting up the salami before, so I know she wasn't prepared when he showed up that one day. But it's really weird,
I just found a better table.
Oh,
that's
good.
fine. Just
good.
interject.
It
yes.
actually goes
Yeah.
back to the lost generation.
Who's the lost generation?
1890 to 1915.
Why were they lost?
There was no
Google
maps.
Maps.
There was no Google Maps.
And then there's the
fuck?
the interbellum generation, which is 1901 to 1913.
You see, there's always like a contradiction in there. They almost overlap for a certain point because they can't pin it down to exactly when
And
the
then
shit
the greatest
was.
generation was 1910 to 1924.
That's when the industrial age kicked in.
Generation 2.
No,
was
that's
the
when it-
silent
No, the
was,
silent is next. The silent is 1925 to 1945, and that's when they stopped lapping over.
Yes, and 45 to 64.
46 to 64.
46 to 64.
Is baby boomers.
Baby boomers, yeah, because it's right after the war stopped.
And then
40.
65 to 79 is the Gen X.
You see, that's where I don't think it's right because I thought Gen X went into the 80s.
I think it does too.
Because I
think
am
it
not
really
part
should.
of this bullshit Gen Next Generation Z shit.
That was. I think it's. Because I've been noticing that too. There's a really big discrepancy between Gen X and millennials is when they actually start.
The way I look at it, millennials. See what I mean? Like anybody born near the 2000 range.
Well, yeah, but I'm in '85. That's 15 years prior to 2000. Just saying.
It's not a millennial.
I wouldn't think it is either, but
No, it wouldn't be.
I've only heard of millennials and baby boomers. I haven't heard of any other generation.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're a closet
well,
child.
those are the main ones too. Anyway, like
Yeah.
everybody talked about the baby boomers because that's like when they start retiring, that burden's going to be put on the Gen X's and the millennials, and then further on down the line, Gen Z. Millennials were just like, hey, we're fucking millennials. We're the people coming to age around the turn of the century.
And they're all idiots.
Wait a minute. No,
all
that would make
idiots.
more sense though. Coming to age around the.
I think that's kind of what it
There we
is.
go. Now that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I mean, I could get my driver's license at 16 in 2001, but
God damn.
like
I was
you're coming to
underage
age.
drinking for years in 2001.
I was going to junior high school. No, high school.
Fucking
I was 10.
Creepy.
Was there supposed to be a joke in there somewhere, or
that
were you
was
just
the joke.
That was the joke.
Yeah,
You were
like
just-
your stupid one-liners.
You're making fun of us again.
The
Irish-
joke is I was going to be a future pedophile. Is that what you're
Are
trying
you
to
saying
say?
here? What
Yeah,
are
we
you-
had this conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a future pedophile, or you were going to be a future?
We're
pedophile?
going to be. A
So you've
future
passed the
pedophile.
point of actually you turning to a future pedophile. So would you not be a present pedophile?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's still too soon. The jury's still out. But yeah, no, and it's like, I mean, that makes more sense though. People coming of age, like that kind of crap. But I don't know. I mean, it's so hard to pin down, in my opinion, of like exactly where that generation starts and where that generation would end. Now, my opinion is a generation starts Like, say, we'll use your parents for an example. They have their generation. They have you. Now your generation starts, and then your generation kicks in after you have a child. But that's like genealogy. That would be
That's
that
more
kind
But
of
that's-
generation.
Yeah.
But that
That's
seems
not-
a little hard because considering, look at it nowadays. Kids are having kids
Well,
at
that's
age
the whole thing.
14.
It depends on the age of which the kids are.
That's a problem, people. We better teach them something. Are you listening?
Yes, birth control.
Yeah, my God, birth control,
Jesus,
please, for the love of fuck.
If they're 15 with a child, get rid of both of them. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion.
Put them both up.
Just put them, just put them both up for adoption because they're too young to be doing anything by themselves.
But
Moving
so
right
like I get where you're going with
Yeah.
that, but that's the problem with nowadays is because you are having so many kids or in
Yeah.
high school having kids. So does that mean that's when the next generation is going to start?
Exactly.
Or?
See, that's where the problem comes in. Exactly. See, that's a good point, isn't it? Yeah.
See, I am smart.
I didn't say that.
Don't tell anyone.
I don't know. Like, if not on the smartness thing. About how do you delineate when that generation starts? Like, is it just when your parents had you? Like, is that where the new generation starts? Is 85?
That's
or is
just
that...
where
but
your
if,
generation
right,
starts.
if they want to classify a
right.
generation.
Because that would make my generation differently. So every year or every month there would be a different generation for people.
Well, exactly.
So they
I
have
mean,
to
it
cut
could
down
be
to
every
like a
day,
20
every
year.
second.
I say
But-
from like 5 years. Every 5
20.
years, there's a new generation.
20.
You'd have to be 20.
It has to be
There's
20.
not enough difference.
Yep. There would be any change within 5 years. I mean, well, we'll use right up here. I mean, granted, where we are in the location area of Duluth, we're kind of slow to change anyway. But look in the last 5 years, what exactly has changed?
Nothing.
Not a goddamn thing. Oh, we got more quick trips.
Yeah, not even anything really in the past 10 years.
Nothing in the last 10 years. Nothing literally has changed. We got international flights out of the airport. Wow.
Oh, did we really?
Yeah, that was last
Oh,
year.
I didn't even realize
Closet
that.
child.
Closet child.
If it's not on Facebook, I don't know
What
it.
the fuck, really? How do you not know that?
I don't fly anywhere.
Neither do I. Even I know that.
Well, you kind of know everything apparently. That's why your head is so big.
No, it's genetics. It's my muscle mass. Wait, no, I don't.
I was trying to give you a compliment.
I don't have
kind
any,
of.
I don't have any of that muscle mass. I just got not as big as Chad's, but Chad got a big fat head.
Oh my God, he's still listening to the podcast, dude.
I don't know. He's retarded. I don't know. I don't
Chad,
know.
let us know.
Chad, yeah, if you do, let me know.
Poor guy.
No, I'm kidding. But no, yeah, you're right. No, we're really not joking. Shut up, Chad. But yeah, it's so hard to pin it down. Like you can know when you got a baby boomer. You always can tell. But then like the rest of
They're
us
old, decrepit, and mad at the
pretty
world.
much. But here's the thing, not only are they old, decrepit and mad, but they travel a lot.
Yeah.
Baby boomers travel because it's something their parents never did because they were coming out of the Depression era and they were penny pinching bastards and wouldn't go anywhere unless it was absolutely dead necessary.
I think, and it's they have a lot of money that they can just spend on things.
Yes.
They have that disposable income
Exactly.
that you guys don't and that we don't. We don't have a lot of disposable income.
Exactly.
But Gen Z will because we're working for that.
Exactly.
And that's
right.
fine. I mean, what do? I mean, you have to.
Yeah, exactly right.
If we don't work for it,
'cause,
then-
basically, it's like I'm in the same boat. I mean, I got to work until I die.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you say, baby boomers, they work until they're 65. They got a nice, good little nest egg built up, and they worked harder. I feel that they actually did something because there wasn't a lot of automation either. I should say full automation. There was some.
They worked harder, but they got better paid
But
too.
they also got better. Exactly, they got better pay, which means their retirements is better. And then when they retire, like the normal, well, we'll go back to before the war, or during it. You all right over there?
Yeah.
You kind of phased off for a second there. I know, right? Anyway, so like I mean, you finished your job, you quit, quote unquote, quit working, and like 10 years later you were dead. What? But now baby boomers turn 65. Say like say 2012, they turn 65. They have another 30 years ahead of them. It's like what the fuck. It's like the lifespan is also increasing. But yeah, it's just fucked up, man. Who chose this fucking topic anyway?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm done.
Wasn't me. I just do what the people want.
Again, who are these people?
I don't know.
Virginia
I think
Knights.
they're all fake accounts. They got all be fake
I swear to God,
accounts.
if this
don't
that
know.
dude from Virginia, you got a retirement plan. It's a fucking still in your basement, man.
Lucky bastard.
Lucky fucking bastard.
So let's go around the room and pick one thing from each generation that we can think of that we like and don't like.
Oh, God.
So what should we pick? Where are we going to start? We're going to start in the baby boomer category,
Any
or we're going to
category.
start in Gen Z and work backwards?
Any category. Pick and choose.
All right, let's start with Gen Z and we'll work backwards. I don't know enough about Gen Zs because I don't work with any Gen Zs.
Which ones are Gen Zs?
The ones that are born from
ones?
96 up.
Oh, okay. So like Draven.
Well, no, not 96. Oh, 06. 85 to 96.
I got one. Oh.
I've got 95.
Is it 95?
Ha!
95?
Just missed it.
95
Yeah.
95
Okay,
up.
so 95 to
Yeah.
like 95, 2006.
2012
Yeah, something like
is
that.
what it says.
Okay.
Okay.
So these are people that have the
makes
ability
sense.
to vote, work, and own stuff. And
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
So what came out between what 95 and right?
Are we like talking about like things or
Like,
what we like about
yes.
people? Or like the
Things.
people? That's what I'm getting confused about right
Yes.
I
Pick
sup-
something.
now. Stop saying yes. You're
In
not
the-
answering a question.
in the
All right.
actual generation. I'm being willfully vague. In the actual, like,
That's cool.
there's like stipulations that people will have about Gen Zs. Like, they're lazy, they don't work.
I thought
they
those were
are entitled.
millennials.
That's both.
No, millennials feel that they're entitled to everything.
I don't feel that.
I do.
I don't feel.
I,
Well, but entitled to
I
what though?
feel
Entitled
like
to what?
The Gen Zs feel they're more
Is that
entitled.
what it is?
Yeah.
That Gen Zs are
Well,
more entitled?
And me and Aiden had this conversation the other night. I feel like they're not necessarily feel like they're entitled, but because of the way that technology goes, they've always had everything right there, right when they want
Yes.
it. So it's not that they feel entitled. That's just the way it's been since they were born.
Yeah, they don't-
Everything is right there all the time, right when they want it.
Correct. They don't know what different. Instant gratification, I do believe is the term.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I can
didn't
see that. All right.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that growing up. You know, my instant gratification was hoping to God there was peanut butter. You know.
That's a good gratification to have, though.
Seeing
yeah.
how many times I can piss my sister off by leaving things on her bed.
Wow. Did
Oh,
everybody
my
else
God.
catch the thunder on that one? Man, there
There's
is
a
a
lot of anger
storm brewing
behind that.
inside this room, and we might
Bree.
lose.
You remember, I have to live with her.
Yeah,
Dick.
and I'm closer to her. She could take a swing at me.
Um,
If you learn one,
You got your payback. You got your payback.
No, I did
You hung all of my Barbie dolls by the neck.
Anyway,
she's cruel. My wife.
She hung all my Barbie dolls.
I noosed them.
did they earn it?
No, they did nothing wrong.
It was
I
just
just
a
put them on her
threat.
bed.
Was it just a threat? Yeah. That's how you threaten somebody, by hanging them? That's not a threat. That's a solution.
And it worked.
And it worked. Didn't do that again, did you now?
What? Yeah, well, I don't know if entitlement is, but entitled about what? I think that's what it really comes down to.
It's-
Because
it's-
there's things that I do feel entitled about. Obviously, I feel that we should feel entitled about it, but it
But
depends
that
on what
just
it
comes
is.
down to
No, but
being
they-
a person.
Yeah,
too.
but they're talking like everything. Like they don't have to work to get paid. They shouldn't have to scrape asses. They should start at management.
because they've never had
Fuck
to do that.
That shit.
But they've never had to do
Exact-
it.
they never had to do
because
it.
everything has been just you go.
Basically handed to them their
Yes.
entire life.
I think that's kind of where it's going to
You know?
end up going, though, with as much automation as we had. Say our grandparents or your parents that have worked in, pick the automotive industry, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you used to be able to hang doors on a car,
Yes.
and you would get paid damn good money
To do that.
to do that.
Yes.
But now that everything's going to be replaced with automation, it's literally taking those jobs away. It's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, eventually it's going to be like, Terminators.
Right. I mean, well, maybe if we get lucky.
If we can only hope.
But that's what's going to happen is everything is going to be more automated, and with the
Yes.
the more population that you have being displaced by automation, you're going to have to figure out a way to pay for these people to have a wage. Now,
Yes.
a livable wage is something that's going to have to be dealt with, like Herberts and Gerberts. they're going to end up getting rid of people there. Like fast food's probably going to be
Teleporters.
the first thing to go. I mean, it just will. There's always going to be fast food.
They've already done that. They've basically
McDonald's.
McDonald's, yeah. The
Right.
people were bitching about their wage because standing at a counter pushing buttons, they didn't think they were getting paid enough for it. So the guy completely automated his store. It cost 15 cents a day to run it. And fired everybody.
Which is a problem, though.
No.
Oh, sure
That
it is.
fixed the problem.
No,
they
no, no.
shut their fucking mouths, didn't they?
The problem about it is they don't have any other place to go because you can't get the same $1 an hour wage
Yes.
with the college education that you now have to have
Yes.
to be able to get further in your career.
that?
So therefore, you have to work at McDonald's, and to live on a McDonald's wage
no.
is difficult. So that
Yes.
you need to have more money for it.
Yes.
That's what it comes down to.
But the thing I look at is McDonald's is not a full-time gig, it's not a lifelong gig. McDonald's is what you do when you start off. You get some
agree.
job experience, you learn how to deal with the society, and you find your absolute disdain for humankind.
But
fair.
Did you work
that's
at
where
McDonald's?
the other
No, I work across the
generations
street at
come
the gas
in.
station.
That's where the other generations come in
Yep.
because places like JCPenney and
Yep.
department stores, you don't think about those as career jobs
Yeah,
anymore. They're
no.
starter jobs.
They're starter
but
jobs.
when they first were going, they were hardcore career
Yes,
jobs
they
for
are.
people.
Yes, and I know a lot of long time, and myself included. I'm a long time. Excuse me. Like
You okay? Are you dying?
dinner.
Oh, okay.
It's really good. Thank you, by the way, again. I know you've been listening. Thank you for dinner.
Oh, thank you for not dinner, jerk.
Oh, she'll come over and smack the shit out of you.
Who is it?
My friend Carrie. And Chris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chris and Carrie.
Yeah,
They-
I don't know that.
I-
I know that they. I know that they subscribe. To
I don't know.
I know that they sub through Podbean, so that's pretty.
Yeah.
cool.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
pretty
They
cool.
do. Yeah. No. They flip
thank
around.
you.
But yes, thank you for dinner. Appreciate that. It was nice. But yeah. What was it? Oh, start like me. Long-term employee is what I would be classified as. I've been there for 15 fucking years. Can you believe that shit? I always told myself, if I could just, somebody hands me a part and I walk to the shelf and grab it off the shelf and hand it back to them in a new box, I should quit. I kicked in about 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and I'm not looking for anything else. So I could further, go to something different, further my career, make myself more money, get more stuff, acquisition of wealth. I could do that. Yes. Do I want to? No,
Well, it's fine.
because I like what I do. I
Well,
actually
no, it's
enjoy
fine.
what I do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You should enjoy what you do, no matter
Yes.
what the pay is.
Exactly. See, well, that's the two. There's the two types of working people. There's the people who get a shit ton of money but hate their jobs but stay because of the money, or you get the people like me, who don't get paid worth a damn, but do the job because we like doing it.
Well, right, but you should get paid with a damn. That's what my argument is.
Yes. But what I have a problem with are the people who bitch like, "Oh, I work at McDonald's. I should be making $22 an hour." Honey, the road crews don't make $22 an hour. Lick my ass.
But it depends on also where you live. If you live in California, you need to make $22
You do, because
an
it's
hour.
the cost of living. Exactly, right? When a normal person with a full-time job like myself can't afford a one-bedroom apartment in Superior, Wisconsin, that's bullshit.
Right.
So either they're charging too much, which I know they are, or we're not making enough. So it's what's got to change?
Well, I had someone the other day at work told me he wasn't making enough for everything he does for the store. I'm like,
Does he wipe
okay.
toilets?
No, he makes sandwiches, but he's saying he's not making enough. He should be, for the amount of stuff he does, he should be getting paid more. I'm like, okay,
Well, how
but
much
look
does
at
it
this,
get paid? Let's
10,
pause.
15 an hour.
Okay, so he gets
Fucking
paid
Lord.
85 cents more than minimum wage.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take that into account as well. He's only getting paid 85 cents more than minimum wage.
Okay, but
Wait, minimum
I
wage is
worked
$9.50
a
now,
year
right?
and a half on that.
That's fine. I'm
yeah.
not discounting that fact. Don't get me wrong. You deserve more. That's where the party infighting comes from.
Yes.
If your employees start saying that they deserve more, and then management says, well, I worked my way to get here, and I'm only making this much, it's not coming together as a group collective and saying together that we deserve more for the work we do. It's
But it's a sandwich shop.
No,
It's a
fine.
fucking
Well, that's the
sandwich
whole
This
thing
I
is you
agree.
always have to think about where you're working too.
Yeah.
No,
That's the
I
biggest
know.
thing.
That's
Is
what's
because
wrong with the
how hard
younger
is it? I'm
generation
sorry,
now.
but how hard is it to answer a phone and to make a sandwich and to slice? It is not that fucking
no.
hard.
I'm not.
You
saying-
should not have to
I'm
get
not saying it
paid
is.
$20 an hour to make a sandwich.
No. How much is he asking for more money, though? I mean, how
Okay,
much?
like I actually don't remember how much he said, but
Was it under $1?
yes.
Okay.
Then he has a point. He has
Yes.
an absolute point.
How long has he
If
been there?
6 months.
No.
If he is fair, but if he is, and it depends on work ethic as well. But
And he's he's a good worker. He's a good worker. He has an attitude problem, but he's a good worker.
Have you tried smacking him?
Workplace violence is not okay.
It's not violent.
When the cameras are facing you. So you gotta wait till the cameras aren't facing you to do it.
So there's no incriminating evidence.
Yeah, there's one spot
See-
in the store where I know where the cameras don't look, so that's why I always have people go back there so I can smack them.
Perfect.
Because then there's no
All right.
witnesses.
See, and this goes back to it. They for some reason they put a value on themselves, like younger generation. Like I can actually say that the younger people nowadays, they put a value on themselves, like they think that they're worth more. And it's like, hey, no, you've been here 6 weeks, and you think you should be making more than the guy been here for 15 years? Lick my ass. It's like, I hate to break that to you guys, but you know,
I'm doing the work of a manager.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything that a manager does.
Yep.
And I don't even get paid close to what a manager gets
yes,
paid.
exactly.
But you do not
that's
hear
where-
me.
That is where the problem is, and that is something that you need to bring up. See, that's
Yes,
what
and
I'm arguing about.
yes.
I get that, but to a certain I get that, but at the same time I'm trying to back I don't know. I just
You
So-
have a right
So
to earn more.
So without geometry, life is pointless.
Oh my God.
okay. Whew.
Oh
Trying
my
to
God.
swallow that water before I spit it all over your microphone.
Thank you,
Jesus.
because the last time we spilt water on the microphones and everything, everybody got superpowers.
It was not.
Sweet.
They were bad superpowers.
They were very bad superpowers, by the way. What's the advantage of living in Switzerland?
Ugh.
Well, the flag is a big plus.
Turning you off. Turning everybody off. I hold this podcast in contempt.
Contempt of what?
Non-funny jokes.
Bullshit.
Big
Shut the
plus.
fuck up. What? You didn't get that?
Oh my God.
Come on, that's
Oh,
hilarious.
you know what?
Now do you
I
get it?
yeah,
The Switzerland
no,
flag
yeah,
is a gigantic
yeah.
plus sign?
I handed
Jesus
it back to her
Christ.
because I didn't understand
She didn't
it.
get it. She did not understand that.
Your wife is really special. I hope you know that.
Special is as special does.
But I love you so much.
Shut up.
See, your siblings,
Someone who
you
takes
can do
2
that.
hours to paint a dragon.
Wait, what?
I'm leaving.
She took 2 hours to paint a dragon.
Jesus.
It's a big dragon.
It's a small dragon.
This
the
one's-
size of your
This
phone.
one's definitely for Aiden.
Oh, do I have this one?
Yes.
Can I read it first, or do I have
No,
to?
just open it up and read it.
Why did the tomato blush?
I don't know, Aiden, why?
Because it saw the salad dressing.
What the fuck?
Honey,
Okay, that's a good one.
do you have any leftover rope from those Barbies that you strangled so many years ago?
You're gonna go hang yourself, huh?
Yeah. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is this? Saw the salad dressing.
Because it saw the salad dressing, man. Fuck, I got a little blushy from that, too. I don't know who she was, but...
Are you playing with that bedpan again?
I'm trying, but it keeps slipping out of my direction. Didn't you
Shit.
pull one?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
Was
Jeez,
I
get
supposed
with
to?
the program.
Oh, fine.
That's
Yeah,
the one
what
that
are
you got
doing?
and you didn't understand.
Get right deep in there. Just
yeah.
rummage around.
Just ram your hand in.
All right,
dude.
read
can't
it.
find.
Read it.
Read it.
Why are there fences around a graveyard?
Why?
Because people are dying to get it.
Get in.
Get in. That is not an in. That is an it.
It's an N. Sorry, my handwriting is horrible. Sorry. I'll take that back now.
You should
Look at
take
that.
back.
That is a T. That is not even an N.
Oh, fuck, it isn't. Yes! Okay, in her defense, I wrote it wrong.
You think about what you did.
You gonna rub my nose in it?
Yeah.
promise.
Oh, fucking paper cuts.
What are we talking about?
It's something about generations and assholes and
I don't
fucking.
know.
We totally just went complete off subject on that one.
I had
guess
to
I know.
break that rant up a little
yeah, I
bit.
was gonna say I am like I just handed her one.
All right. Well, we haven't even talked about good stuff, so let's talk
Okay.
about good stuff.
Well, let's talk about some good stuff. What came out of Mr. Radio?
Mr. Radio.
Never mind. Okay, how about this one? All right, this is a big one. It's the little cassette player with the orange headphones, like from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I think that's Mr. Radio, if I remember correctly. I think that's
I
what
have
it
no
was.
idea.
Walkman. It's a Walkman.
Okay, the Sony
Yes,
Walkman?
The Sony Walkman.
Radio killed the radio.
You know, there is
star.
more truth in that than you ever believe. Have you ever seen some of these people beforehand?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, yes, I love it. They're great. They're awesome. You look at them, you're like, oh, God, who are these people?
Fucking Steven Tyler's one of
Oh,
them.
God damn.
Sorry,
Steven Tyler's an
man.
ugly motherfucker.
He is. He is just a
You know?
non-comely looking piece of shit.
Well, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, horrible. Sings great.
Yeah.
Ugly as sin.
He is.
They didn't lie about it. Fucking video killed the radio star.
Looks
I
like a
didn't know.
dog's butthole.
He kind of does.
I'm
actually.
sorry, Steven Tyler. I know you listen to this, obviously.
Well, he obviously does because he's given us a lot of hate mail recently.
He has.
And it
Sure.
usually
Do you guys
comes-
just hate on him like in every one?
No, it's
Oh.
usually like Tom Cruise. Tom
Oh,
Cruise.
okay.
We hate a lot on Tom Cruise.
So that's probably where the
Weird
hate mail's
offset
coming from.
teeth.
He's also a
I-
motherfucker.
Yeah, I know, right? I
I
wish.
never
I
saw
honestly
that.
wish we got hate mail because then then I know people are actually listening
I
to us.
know.
I'm
we
gonna
don't
send you
get
guys
any.
some hate mail.
You
It's
don't count.
fine.
Even though I'm on here, I'm gonna send you guys hate mail.
That's fine. You don't
No,
count.
it's going to come from suspicious addresses.
All right, I love
Suspicious addresses at gmail.com.
Bob Bobbert.
Bob Bobbert.
Bob
Bob
Bobbert.
Bob Bobbert.
Jesus fuck. This is horrible.
So, all right. So,
Yeah,
good stuff.
so
that
that's
have
a
come.
good
So
thing that
when did
came out of
that
it.
come? When did that get invented? That was. I don't think it was
84.
invented by a Gen Xer though.
No, I think it was like 84.
So I had a whole fucking list of stuff that was good about each generation that had been invented by.
You mean like the car?
car? What is this car?
The
you speak of?
automobile?
Oh,
The
you
thing
mean a
that you-
horseless carriage?
The horseless carriage, sir.
Horseless
The one that did not run on steam and kill people. Yes.
Oh, God, I don't know. I had a whole bunch of stuff, and then poof.
And then poof, fucking son of a fuck,
I
it's
need to
gone.
get new computers.
Is that what your problem is? I thought you're just unprepared like me.
Usually,
But yeah, no, like another good thing that I feel, I know it had really, it's more kind of like your guys's, but you probably may not remember it. The fall of the Berlin Wall. You remember watching? I remember watching that on TV.
Would that happen in '88?
I've seen the Berlin. I've seen a
87.
piece of it.
Yeah,
in
87, 87,
in
88.
Missouri.
Because I remember, well, they have it around
They
the
have
world.
it on display at different
okay.
at my dad's house or at my
Okay.
dad's, at the base at where my dad lives. They have a piece of it, and it's got all the graffiti still on it. You
Yeah.
know, they didn't
Yeah.
clean any of that off or anything. So it's
Nope.
actually really cool to see, like just you can touch it and say I touched the Berlin Wall, even though it's just a piece
It's
of
just
it.
a chunk of it. Well,
Yeah.
it's like when they do big chunks of the in all the museums. They send around an exhibit of big chunks of the Titanic, and it still smells like, I would say a shipyard would smell like. It's like that industrial, oily, coal flavored smell that, like, I don't know if you've ever been near a blacksmith. If you ever know that smell, it's like that hard metal. It still stinks like it. It's great. It's a great smell, but it's weird as shit. But the same thing, like, you could walk up and you'd be like, I touched part of the Titanic, even though you're not supposed to.
Probably not.
Here come the FBI.
Oh, yeah, well, it's not the only reason. Boo, yeah, but it's like things like that, like the fall of the Berlin Wall. That was a good thing that happened. It
Yeah.
finally broke the DDR with West Germany. And see, that's terms like I know people who still call it DDR. You're like, guys, it hasn't been DDR since the 80s, man, all right? And it's like, and even the breakup of the Soviet Union, that was more recently, when it went, within the last 20 years.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it was more than that. Shit, I keep forgetting what year it is. It's 2018. That was like 30 years ago. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was right. What was it when Gorbachev got in?
Yeah, that
And
guy.
now we
And-
have Putin.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have Putin.
They have
Poor
Putin.
fucks.
Well, whatever. Hey, look, we're all still alive. Hey, we're good,
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's like weird things like that, like huge things. Naturally, the one generation before us would be like the Vietnam War. that would be a big thing that happened. It's not good, but it's a big thing that happened.
Right.
So would you say like 9/11 was a big thing that affected the millennials?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, 110%.
By the way, there's a horrible joke about that, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, it did.
I think that like technology has like, with it improving, there's a lot of benefits. There's a lot of downsides, but there's a lot of benefits.
Yeah.
So like Skype, for instance,
Yes.
I can now Skype my grandma who lives in California, who I only see once every 10 years.
Exactly.
So that is a definite positive thing about this generation, is that they come out with better technology so you can stay closer to people who are far away.
Right.
Exactly, and that is an agreement. I agree with that absolutely. If we can do something that can, bring people together, have them sit there and bullshit with each other, things like that, by all means.
I don't like the phones, like when you're texting someone who's sitting right across from you.
Yeah,
instead
but
of
when you become
Why, what's wrong with that?
dependent on it, but it's like when you become
Shut up, Aiden.
when you become dependent on it, though, when people literally cannot look you in the eye and ask you a simple thing like, "Hey, I need parts for my car." It's this. Yeah, I need parts for my car, and they don't know where to put their eyes. I
Yeah,
literally, it's like
I just
that,
look at that funny looking like third eye right up here
Yeah.
when I talk to you. That's
Yeah.
what I look at.
Well, it's what you have to. You look right between their eyes.
It is. It is
No.
very instant gratification in that respect, but at the same time, because it's so addicting, and it is addicting.
It is addicting. There is internet addiction. That is not
Yeah.
a joke.
It's permutated into not just a single generation, like it is encompassed every generation.
Yes.
More so the newer ones, obviously, because we tend to be a little bit more tech savvy than the older generations. But at the same time, it can be such an insurmountable problem that how do you deal with it when there's tech all around you? I mean, 15 years ago, we would be recording on a CD player or a SD card recorder instead of having a computer in front of me right now, along with a soundboard and another computer downstairs and 4 smartphones in the vicinity. Like, it has become such an addiction thing that it's hard to deal with.
But what I get that to a certain extent, because you have to know though where it like needs to stop.
Oh no, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, like there's
nothing wrong with having a smartphone. Like it's there's nothing wrong with it. Heck, how are we able to know exactly what the generations were called? Well, there's a smartphone right here.
Right.
But when you can't, like he was saying, like this, or people at work who are just like, oh, I have to take 5 minutes every 5 minutes to check Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. That's bad.
Right.
There's nothing for that. That's just
a smack upside the head.
Yep.
Yeah, you should
This is important. I'm sorry.
remove your phone from the workplace. If you're getting paid, you're here to work. Absolutely, you should not be on your phone.
Well, but even though sometimes it's just like you can be out to dinner with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's constant, like, instead of them, I've seen this, I've had friends do this where I'm sitting with them at dinner and they're just sitting at their phone and I'm like, my phone's always on the table. If it's an important dinner, I put it away.
I think you've had dates like that too.
I had a really bad date one time. Oh, it was horrible. The guy was literally, I'm sitting here across from the table from him. I ordered a drink and I'm trying to talk to him and this is him just looking down, texting the whole time. I literally think we said maybe 10 words to each other that night.
Jesus Christ.
It was the worst date that I've ever been on in my life.
Because they got this attached to their fucking hands.
Yeah,
They
and
don't-
I'm
they
like,
don't know what to do without it.
and so he asked me, he's like, you want to go on another date? And I'm like, yeah, no.
It's like, no, I'm all right.
You can take me home
It's
now,
like, we can
please.
go home now. Man, that's why you bring your own car. So right when he's in the middle of it, you just go, I need to go to the bathroom and just walk out. He would
Just
have,
stick him with the
20 minutes later, he still would have known you
fuck
were gone.
that.
He's-
Order the fucking cheesecake. Order everything you want, and then be like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom and just fucking leave.
Just walk the fuck right out. Yeah, absolutely.
Serves them right.
Yeah, that's not helpful. Anyway, Jesus Christ.
I can't do that shit anymore. I have to live through you.
Yeah, I know, right? But no, it's right. I know, right? But it's like, it's true though. I mean, you literally, they get so obsessed with the technology that, what are you eyeballing the time over there?
Looking where we were at.
It doesn't matter where we're at.
Where are we?
It doesn't matter. We're like 10 minutes after 7, so we've been here about an hour.
Oh my God, I can't believe I actually talked this long,
right.
even though I didn't talk. But yes, it's a problem. I do believe it can be a huge problem, but then there's so many benefits to having all this new technology. Just think of X-rays
yes.
and MRIs and
Yeah,
all this
where
stuff.
they were-
the medical aspect
Yes,
alone.
the medical advancements, I agree with that for sure. I mean, that's one thing where it comes to technology. is
Head
medical
transplants,
advance-
I'm not game for.
Neither am I. No, I'm not really sure because, well, the whole hook in the spinal column thing, get all fucked up for that shit. You know, it's just
I'm not.
cool.
I'm not game on that one.
No, I mean, I don't.
That's too much zombie apocalypse for me.
True. Yes, exactly. I mean, you can see so many things going wrong with that. You know, I mean, well, I can at least. I don't know about the rest of you fuckers, but I can see it because I grew up with that in the movies. You know, like, honest to fucking God, it's like, you ever fucker sees Terminator? You know, that's what's gonna happen. You keep this shit up, and I'm not. Don't get me wrong. It is a huge leap between using technology to use medical drones. Medical drones. To take a wounded person off the battlefield to
Right.
putting AI onto it and making them into a walking gun. It's a huge leap. It's really big because
and there's a leap too for using it for medical advancement and stuff.
yes,
As to abusing it, there are things we
Yes.
don't need it for.
Yes,
but they're
agreed.
going to do it anyway.
but they're going to do it anyway because they can exactly,
Right.
and they are the people we speak of, and they are them. They're us. They're not us. Wait, fuck.
No, we don't get paid enough money.
Yeah,
for
we don't
that
get paid
shit.
enough money for that shit. You know, like here we go. Like robots performing surgery. I could see, in a situation where there is not a trained professional and the closest one is say 4 hours away. Because
I
sometimes
prefer
you get
the
like
human
that.
aspect of it. Though.
Exactly. You know, people would still
They
be
can
like,
make
you know,
the
you
best
can
decisions.
Exactly. They
Yeah.
do everything like robots would do things logically,
Right.
whereas a human would go by their gut.
What are you
Yeah.
raising your hand
I just
for?
feel like I
fucking
wanted to do.
talk.
Okay, what about the sex robots? Okay, that's really fucking creepy.
What's wrong with sex robots?
That's
what's the
just,
big
just
deal?
not okay.
You would bring that up.
I would-
What? All right.
You
All
wanna
right.
see a picture of my
First,
sex robot?
I've kind of heard about
So would you, with all these guys
You ever seen
Thank
my
you.
and
sex?
all
Thank you
this
very much.
letdown, wouldn't you just rather have a robot that never lets you down?
No.
That's my sex robot.
this. It's not a sex robot. That's a lady.
Like I said.
Boob
Oh.
hanging out.
Well, yeah, look at the size of those tits.
This-
You want to see?
No.
Talk about
Okay.
back
Okay.
pain.
Well, all right, okay. On
Why
the
should-
subject of sex robots,
Okay.
this isn't even in generations.
No.
They've made them.
You went to the bathroom and we started just babbling. All right?
This is what happened when the moderator leaves the podcast. What
By
are
the
you
way,
guys
Aiden's
talking about? Vibrating dicks
vibrating
and boobies.
dicks and fucking animals and everything. You
No,
know?
I'm talking about the
Technology.
advancements in
aspect.
technology.
the advancements in technology and to where like just kind of went and then it just went off
It just-
topic with
Then
Your
it
that.
mind went
then it
to
went
sex.
right to sex robots.
Yep.
You know, it's just that's a
Just
normal
admit it,
conversation.
Your
you know?
mind went to sex.
It did.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong.
I'm
with that.
human.
You
Just
are.
saying. Yeah.
She's human.
Fuck you.
Why do you put me in a room full of humans?
Barely.
So we talking like subhuman here, or we just
Yeah.
We like barely made the cut.
Oh, okay. Really scraping bottom on
One
that one.
chromosome away.
All right, it's close enough. I don't know what it is with you humans, man. Y'all are fucked up.
Coming down with the downs. Oh my God, that got recorded.
Yeah, it did, didn't it, fucker?
What? Nobody else thought it was funny? That's a good joke for the bucket.
I'm like, you want me to just
All
pick
right,
the bucket
before
up and
we
shake
end
it?
this,
One more round.
What?
one more round of jokes.
One more
Okay,
round.
one more round of jokes. Here we go.
If I get the one for Aiden, I'm
Maybe.
just going to give it to him.
All right,
Okay.
you get to read
One more
them?
round of
No,
jokes.
no. I'm going to give it to you because you would enjoy it more than everything.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Put the bucket back up. Aiden will appreciate this one. What's the difference between oral sex and anal sex?
Lots of things.
Besides the basics. Okay. One makes your day, the other one makes your whole week. And that's the sound it makes. You all right over there?
Yeah, I just feel very uncomfortable here. Like,
Why?
You
'Cause-
started
'cause you
it.
went to,
Okay,
you went-
I don't know how. Like that. Just I did not mean to
you
start
went,
that.
you went to sex robots, and the joke that pops up has to do with anal sex? I mean, come on, really?
What, really? Why? Why?
Okay, Brianna, read your
Go
joke.
ahead, Bree, you're up.
Come on.
Okay. Why did the octopus beat the shark in a fight?
I don't know, Bree, why?
Because he was well armed. Aiden did not like that one.
I gotta find this one for Aiden. God, before we leave today.
5/4 of people admit they are bad at fractions. 5/4 of people admit they're bad at fractions.
You fucking people.
Aiden, did you know?
Did you know that 5/4 of people are bad at fractions?
Speaking to the microphone.
Actually, it's fine.
Wait till he's done
Doesn't
laughing.
even want to anymore.
She's so gone. Oh man, this is great. I love this. I gotta find this one. Okay, that one's horrible. Come on, where the fuck are you?
Did you know that
There it is.
8
I
out of
found it.
10 Olympians drink milk?
No, it was 9.
9 out of 10 Olympians
all
drink
right.
milk.
So there's this stupid fucking commercial that's coming on around the Olympics.
They
in the
gotta
winter.
make money.
Yeah.
Because they got to make fucking money,
Okay,
apparently.
be careful with this one. It's broken.
So
Because you. Never mind.
it says 9 out of 10 Olympians have drank milk.
No, 9 out of 10 Olympians grew up drinking
Grew up
milk.
drinking milk.
So the one in Ethiopia didn't? I mean,
Well, like, what kind of stupid fuck statistic is that? Not who cares?
who the
milk?
who the fuck cares? If
Most
they,
people
The
drink
milk
milk.
company, apparently.
obviously, it's obviously sponsored by the milk company.
You know, there's just some cow sitting behind a desk in an Armani jacket. Yes.
Yes, milk, milk, drink the milk. This one is. You read it, didn't you?
No, I haven't.
I'll open it up and read. Be careful when you open it. It is already tore.
How do you please 9 out of 10 people?
You have to finish.
Yeah, you gotta. You.
How, Aiden? How do you please 9 out of 10 people?
Gang rape.
Oh my god. I'm done.
We've been canceled.
Oh, I know
Oh,
that
my
one was
God.
horrible and just wrong on so many levels, but I had to throw it in there because it's Aiden. Oh,
That's fair.
Well, you like it, you know. I mean, you're that one guy. You're the one guy who doesn't like it. Are you the 9 or the 1? I don't know. It doesn't matter, right?
I don't know. I haven't tried.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't tried yet.
I am giving it a shot yet.
So we're just gonna do 10 people and have them take turns. Is that what's going on?
Is that how that
You
works?
roll a die and when your number pops up. Oh man, I'm the 1.
Oh man, that means I gotta go. Number 10.
Fucking
Oh, I heard
random
already.
chance.
Oh my
man.
god, it is getting deep in here. I'm
Yeah,
telling
you are gonna get canceled after that one, you guys. I'm
I'll
pretty
eat
sure.
the cracker.
Oh, really? Really, dude?
Soggy cracker game?
Oh,
You know about the soggy cracker game?
no, I don't. I don't want to.
Yes, you do.
I didn't want to know about it before.
This is a little tidbit of information I'm going to call Aiden's Tidbits.
Okay.
Soggy cracker game. So a group of guys.
Should not have talked about the sex dolls. I just turned this conversation bad.
No, you didn't.
Group of guys stand around a cracker. It's about the size of a dinner plate. Or whatever. Tortilla shell. Doesn't really matter. Soggy cracker.
Okay.
They all jerk off onto the cracker. Right? The last guy to come has to eat the cracker.
Oh!
Soggy cracker.
Oh my god, that's like
no.
shame stick,
And
man.
that's Aiden's tidbits.
That's Aiden's
That's
tidbits.
Aiden's We're trying out.
His
We've got-
mind is full
we've-
of all
we-
of this useless information.
We've got you. We've got. I got one for you. It's called a shame stick. It's whenever you're shaming somebody, you basically take a stick of butter, roll it in sugar, and you make them eat it.
It's fucking terrible.
I
You know
think
what's-
I would rather eat that than the cum-filled
Yeah,
tortilla.
then-
Yeah,
then the
a
cum-
little bit.
then the cum tortilla.
Then
Yeah,
you guys haven't tried cum-filled tortilla.
brought to you by
No.
Nestle.
Nestle. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. This has gone really downhill. I'm sorry,
It
folks.
always goes
It's
downhill.
True, but we haven't done the dicks in my mouth yet, so we're
That's
doing
true.
pretty good,
I'm gonna have
actually.
to get that make it a GIF.
Yeah, exactly.
A never-ending gift.
Never ending gift. You see what I mean? There we go. At least we got it at the end. You guys can't see it, but you know what was happening.
We'll make you a gift.
We'll
Yeah.
make you a GIF.
I don't
Well,
want
I-
to be in this.
I think we are just going to make this into a just post on camera right there.
Go
Get one of those magnets that you can put on your fridge and you rock back and forth, and it has the
like the meow clock. Meow.
yeah. Dicks and mouth clock.
Dicks and mouth clock, man. Just
Talk.
Oh, God. I'm done.
Time is at 6 o'clock.
Right on the hour.
Yeah, right on the hour. It spits on the floor. You know.
All right.
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the first episode of Generations, which
Soon.
There wasn't much generation.
You know what?
there wasn't much
We're
Generations.
totally switching. Fuck this.
We'll see if we can come up with something, or
Or
if we're
just
just
be
going to
more
stick
prepared
with it.
next time.
Preparation is not what we do.
I will prepare it for you.
We've had.
Gives me something to do besides work stuff.
It's true. As always, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, on our groups and page of Facebook at A Topic a Month. And you can donate us some awesome money at our Patreon page. That's patreon.com/A Topic a Month. We got stickers for $5, and you can give us $1 an episode if you would like, or just donate $1. That'd be pretty cool, too.
So we can get a soundboard.
So we can get a
Yes.
soundboard
And
with
a camera.
and a camera and a GoPro. That would be pretty cool.
That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So through all of this, through all of our planning and everything, the preparations A through G have completely failed, but the new one I think will work.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's called Preparation H.
Thank you, everyone. And have a good night.